Okay, so our players are in the lobby already. And we are about to get this game on. Got a ready from Fenixarc and a ready from Yoshi. Off we go. I think everything's set up. Awesome. It's so much nicer now that there's not like 15 players like chatting in the I think that's definitely the hardest part is when they're like everybody's like, so can I get into my game? I'm like panic. I tried
I
to
don't know. I
say,
need to look. Hold on.
yeah, I'm like, because I try and usually say like, all right, these two groups of people, you know, make sure to wait and we'll get to you. I try and line up, you know, the first few, but it's always a little difficulty. I'm just gonna make you not play next time too.
That would be
So
that would be far easier.
You can be part-time admin.
That way, Aegis and Hypernia. I've played Hypernia every time.
Hey,
He's so good.
Yeah, he is good.
And then like every time I've been like, oh, that's close to being close.
Almost got him. Almost stayed in that game for more than 15 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. This is gonna be a tough match though.
Yeah, I mean,
Yoshi,
Fenixarc,
15-time Masters player.
Yeah, Yoshi's like I mean, he's been a baller. Like, he was born a baller, I'm pretty sure, because I think he's like 16 or something.
I imagine him as a small green dinosaur, clacking away at his keyboard right now.
Yeah, he's only what?
Using his tongue in excess.
Yeah, Yoshi's got what, like 3 fingers or something? Like, how does he even? Damn.
Yeah, I don't even know. I think he has 2. I think he has like dinosaur mittens.
Yeah, he's got. Is that like a cleft hoof, maybe?
Yes.
You know? Yeah. Anyway, moving on to these players. Up in the top left side of the map, we have our 15-time Masters player, the baller, the baby baller, Yoshi. That's a dumb name. Anyway, my nickname.
Baby
Terrible.
baller. It doesn't. There's the alliteration ends, and that's what kills it.
All right, and then in the bottom right, we have Fenixarc, our Zerg player. And in chat, Pro saying he didn't sign up for this because of Honeybear. People are afraid, man. Pro Cheeto being a Grandmaster Protoss player himself. Scared. Scared, man. Maybe he was afraid of Let Me Win, too, to be honest. I hear that guy's pretty good.
Yeah, it's about that. It's all about that. That Let Me Win hype.
Wait, so I had a random question, totally unrelated to, well, so like, did you, when we came into the game, was your camera on Yoshi? Do you remember?
I think so.
Curious. Like, I wonder, do all the observers spawn in the same camera location?
Probably.
I guess it doesn't matter.
They
But,
probably spawn with whoever was set as player 1.
But Yoshi's player 2.
Is he?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Pro Cheeto had to, he was playing for Extra Life. He was doing the night shift. So he's either been awake since 2 a.m. or he's currently on the weirdest sleep schedule ever.
Oh, this is weird. Yoshi is he's moved his barracks, but then instead of starting the add-on to close the wall, he started a Reaper. Seems like he should have started the Reaper and then moved the barracks.
And actually, that's about as fortunate can maybe be for Fenixarc, assuming Yoshi doesn't do a lot with it. I guess I'm sure he'll lay down that add-on right away. But Yoshi is going for, he's kind of always going for the Baneling Bust. Hasn't been seen by has Yoshi seen it though? He has not. He definitely saw the gas though, and he must have seen the drones still mining. And if you see
right,
them
but he
mining,
could still just think that he still has them on gas, right? For speed.
yeah. Well, I mean, you can see once it's mined 100 gas, you know.
Right.
So it and as a Masters player, I'm sure he checks that. But either way, sometimes you can underestimate your opponent, you know.
Right.
Sometimes when you're like even on ladder, say you get placed up against somebody that's a league below you, and you're like, I can do whatever I want, right? Like,
Right.
then suddenly they come out with something, and you're like, oh, whoops. So
Didn't expect this. Yeah.
yeah, I wasn't prepared. So
A
Phoenix
lot
Arc,
of speedlings coming over here. He should at least be able to get a lift, right?
yeah, there's just not. Yeah, there's not a lot to defend it, but I don't know.
I mean, the Hellions are scary, but they're not out yet. The bunker should hold for a while, but there aren't a lot of SCVs on the lower ground here, so there's not really a lot of damage. I see this.
Yeah, and Yoshi
This
saw
boss is
this,
doing.
and he's like doubly reinforcing his wall off on that ramp,
Mm-hmm.
so that he's basically gonna have to Baneling bust twice to actually be effective.
Right. It'll be interesting. I would love to see him just kill a supply depot here.
Kind of
And
inefficient.
force the lift here
Banelings. Yeah, unfortunately those
and go
Banelings-
home.
Yeah, he's definitely just going home.
Oh,
It's kind-
gets a Reaper, gets 2 Reapers. That's a pretty cool pickup.
Yeah,
Takes
Right.
away some of the map presence.
definitely. I'm a little bit sad that he didn't get either one of those supply typos. He kind of split his attention, and
Right.
therefore just he didn't quite commit to either one. And I think I need to learn myself up because I forget exactly how many banelings it takes to take down like a supply depot.
Right. The one mine there, if it gets a good connection. Oh, that's... See, this is so calmly played by Fenixarc right now.
Yeah, I mean he's done this before, man. Builds us up. Unfortunately, I think Yoshi's done this before too.
Oh. A lot of lings
Yeah.
going down to that second mine shot.
Yeah, how many mines does he have? They're just tucked away. I can't even see him. Let's try and select one. There
He has
it is.
2.
He's got 16 kills on that one Widow mine though.
Yeah, and now the one Banshee flying around here. Gonna make things very difficult, especially with Cloak almost done. Killing that supply depot did supply block Yoshi.
Yeah,
So that's
but I
a
mean,
pretty good move.
if you're supply blocked, then you're 25 supply ahead of your opponent. It's not the end of the world. But
Right.
I mean, let's see what is Fenixarc. He's getting drones. He's got a roach horn coming down. So he has a lot of gas. I guess. Ooh, I don't know. This will be really hard to hold these Hellions coming in.
Right, the Hellions with the Banshee at the back. He really needs to transfer all his drones to one base. And then try to limit the damage
yeah.
dealt by the Hellions with his queens.
Yeah, dude, this like Hellion Banshee. I mean, I'm Diamond, which is I ain't no pro, but Hellion Banshee is frustrating. I think at like every level, to be honest. And I think.
And at this
Fenixarc-
point, yep, dropping down to 6 drones, 4 drones, 3 drones. When your
Yeah.
opponent has as many mules as you have workers in total, you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah. So unfortunately, Fenixarc getting beat out of that game. He tried to go for the Baneling bust. It didn't quite work. I mean, that's kind of that's the move that you use if you're not entirely confident in your ability to beat your opponent all the time, which is
Yoshi
understandable.
doing a really good job there, though, of being conservative, playing safe, realizing the potential that Baneling bust did have.
Yeah, definitely. He didn't. He
Walled
didn't
up really well, got some mines out, got some Hellions.
Yeah, he didn't underestimate him, but he just responded properly. And I mean, it is a gold versus masters player, but I wanted to see what Fenixarc had. So they might be kind of quick games at least. So either way, it's nice to have. I don't know. I think it's always I'm personally like torn on like myself getting casted because I'm like I don't even want to like the games that I lose I get casted and I'm like I don't even want to watch it like. But I mean depending on your attitude towards it, it can be fun. It's a nice experience. Okay, so we are hopping into the should we Pro Cheeto. How do I get that timeout? Is there a way to delete just one message? You know what? Who cares? Let's do it. Screw it. Anyway, Pro Cheeto trolling up that chat. So we're hopping into game number 2 on merry-go-round. Now on this one, I mean, do you think Fenixarc goes for another Baneling bust?
No, I think by what we've seen, I think he's going to do something crazy. But I don't think that he'll try to Baneling bust again.
Although currently he's selected Terran, so I don't know, man. Is he gonna change it up? Nope. He switched back to Zerg. Okay. But no, I mean this is a 3-player map, so it's a little bit harder to scout your opponent.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe pulls out another cheese. I don't know. We'll see.
Or he's just gonna go straight up Bling Bling Muta.
And just pull out that Scarlet.
I hear that's not great against mech.
But if you're like Scarlet, got those mechanics
Scarlet, you
going,
can do it.
Yeah, easy peasy.
I believe.
Oh, can I make myself a referee in time before the game starts? Got it. I don't even think that changes anything. It just means I can pause, right? And I can talk to all the players. Yeah. Professional. Nazi mods. Whoa, I didn't even ban anybody. No Nazi mods here, except for
It's me. I'm the Nazi mod.
you.
I'm crazy.
Crazy.
All right, I'm gonna take note of where I spawn this time.
Okay.
Spawned at the Terran.
Okay. Was Fenixarc? He was player 1 again, right? I don't know. I'm trying to do some science over here, man.
I'm not sure.
Alright, so spawning up in the top left, he is our master Terran player, the baby baller. I had to.
Just going for the nicknames.
From Alloy Esports, he is Yoshi. He is up 1-0. And then down in the bottom part of the map, go for it, Sam.
Our fearless Gold Zerg, following up a Baneling bust with a build, no doubt, even more crazy. It's Fenixarc.
I mean, he made another Overlord. Personally, pretty bold. I don't know about it. He's definitely not doing like a 9 or 10 pool. So, no noticeable cheese yet from either player. They're playing normal for now. But
It'll be interesting to see. It looks like, I mean, he might go for an early hatch. Yep, looks like he's rallying a drone over.
Yep. Yeah.
For a 15 hatch first, trying to go a little bit in the opposite direction there.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe anticipating that his opponent will anticipate cheese.
Yeah,
once again.
It's that meta counter, whatever.
Kevin, once again, you went to too many levels too quickly.
No, I always go too deep, like every time. When in doubt, just go too deep every time. It usually ends up in a bad place, but that's okay.
That's what she said.
So we're getting a spawning pool down by Fenixarc. No gas right away yet, so maybe he. I don't know about gasless on this map though. He might not do it, but I mean it's a possibility. If he's been paying attention though, I guess maybe he knows that Yoshi always goes mech, and so he'll have to defend against, again, probably that Hellion Banshee, but if he's comfortable with that and he says, you know what, if I'm prepared for it, I can do it, maybe. Nope.
Does take the gas. But he might just go queens on queens on queens, and that is my favorite Hellion Banshee Reaper sort of defense, is just 5 queens.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll see. Making 6 Zerglings, it's a little bit more than necessary usually, but he's probably not very comfortable against the Reaper. To be honest, actually, yeah. To be honest, I would not be comfortable against a Master Terran Reaper. Like, it's one of those mechanics where you can like tell a person's their league by like how well they do with like their first Reaper, pretty much all the time. Although Yoshi, he's lost his a few times. At least against Honeybear, he usually lost his first Reapers. So maybe that's not quite his like forte or specialty or favorite.
Right.
Favorite thing
He's got
to
other
do,
stuff going on, man.
Yeah, yeah. I know. In the game when I played in the MLG open bracket and played Apocalypse, his first Reaper got like 3 drone kills, and I was like, can I go? Like, is it okay if I just leave? Because man, people that are good with Reapers, like, it's a very stressful position to be in. Got a Roach Horn coming down, and I wonder if it might be him just being overly defensive, because I think if he was going for like a Roach Bane all-in, you'd probably, well, no, you might lay down the Baneling Nest a little later, because he's already got all those Zerglings. If he retains all these Zerglings, you can turn him into Banelings after he gets Roaches out, and try to go for a bust. I mean, aside from the Banshee's like, that makes it really hard to do.
Right.
But otherwise, not a bad choice against what Yoshi's been doing.
We don't even have a starport started though yet. Looks like actually Yoshi opting for Marauders, which is strange. Normally we don't see more than 2 to 4 bio units out of him.
Yeah, he.
Did he scout the Roachworm with a Reaper?
No, he hasn't seen it.
Or did he just sense it? He just felt it in his being.
Maybe, or it's that stream sheet, man. I don't know, probably not. I'm
let's
assuming,
let's not throw out accusations.
No, I'm just kidding. He's not in chat, so either he's a smart stream cheater or he's probably just not. In fact, I'm confident he's not. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just well, with Stim Pack, that's actually a pretty solid. That opens you up for a pretty solid timing. And actually, if he drops down an armory real quick, well, but he's making that factory, so I was thinking maybe he'd do like the Hellbat. No, but you want a Starboard if you're doing like the Hellbat timing, and your armory would be coming down like a minute ago.
So right now, what are some things that our hero Fenixarc could be doing to protect himself a little bit better against this Hellion aggression? So
well,
certainly just being able to pick off all those lings is a pretty good win for Yoshi.
Yeah, I think, like you said, making a lot of queens is very good. I think he might have committed to the roaches a little bit early. This map's a little hard though, because it's hard to what you really want to get to handle those Hellions is wall off the front of your base with a couple of evolution chambers. And then you stuff it full of queens, and suddenly you're kind of unbreakable for the first like 9 minutes or so.
Right.
And during that point in time, you want to be spending all of your larvae on drones instead of, he's been spending quite a bit on Zerglings and Roaches instead, and so it kind of puts him a little bit behind in the economic area. He's also being pretty timid about taking his third base. Which, I mean, I can't fault him for it. Yoshi's a scary player. He's been shown to do some aggressive Hellion attacks kind of early on, not always to defeat his opponent, but to definitely put him behind. So it's not bad for sure, but if he could get that third hatchery out pretty quick, because honestly, I mean, Roach, like I don't know, it's so weird. He's got some Marauders. He's got Stim coming down, and he's got it's this weird like kind of hybrid. I guess maybe I suppose the barracks units are to just make sure he can make it to later in the game.
Right. I mean, the Marauders there were his only sort of in between to keep him safe from that Roach push there, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, like,
if 16 Roaches had shown up while he only had Hellion Reaper, he would have had quite a tough time holding.
Yeah, I think the other option is a Banshee, but I mean, he chose not to for whatever reason. I guess a Banshee, I mean, it doesn't die to Roach Baneling. We do have a drop of blue flame Hellbats in the main base of Fenixarc, taking out 10 drones. Not a great feeling for Fenixarc, and we're having those Hellions run by the front of his natural while he's distracted in the main. Although he's able to hold that off with the Roaches, dropping the Hellbats down into the main base again though, but Fenixarc hadn't returned his drones back there yet, so not really getting any more, just one more drone kill. So it wasn't great for Fenixarc, but he I guess you could say he sort of minimized losses after those initial 9 or so drones went down.
And like you said, the unfortunate thing is he was just timid taking his third, so really the bigger story is that's not game-ending damage, but the worker lineup doesn't look great.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, Yoshi's in a pretty comfortable worker lead, getting his 4th command center down as well, and he's pretty content with just laying back. He knows that the 3rd base from Fenixarc has just finished, and so really he's ahead economically, and by this point it's like, well, if I just survive, I mean, he probably knows that there's not a huge army coming at him, but just so he's not taken off guard, although he has not seen that 3rd base by Fenixarc. He's going to see it now, but he actually never like fully scouted it. He does see these Roaches moving out, but he should have tanks up and ready to deflect it. Got a run by of Hellions coming in on the east side of the map. They're going to be hunting down some drones while Fenixarc is a little bit preoccupied, kind of considering an attack. You know, he's I guess you could call him postured. I don't know. As Apollo would say, he was posturing up for whatever. I don't know. Quite the blunder. I don't know. I need to
something British that Apollo would say.
I need to incorporate more caster buzzwords, right? Like the lined up not roaches, drones. Excuse me. Which if Fenixarc wasn't hurt before, he's definitely not feeling great now, because that was in fact a pretty huge worker barbecue that just went down. So yeah, I think at this point Yoshi sees that. He says, all right, you know what, it's probably just time to move out. He especially, and even with that Hellion run by, he's seen, you know, everything that the Zerg has. He sees he's on just Roaches. He sees that infestation pit, but I don't think he's as concerned about it, especially because he knows that his opponent can't really, well, his opponent's option right now is Swarm Host, basically.
Right.
And moving out before Swarm Hosts really get set up is probably the best choice that he can make, because you don't want to let your opponent stay comfortable and get caught back up once you're ahead.
Right. And the big thing there is his choice, right, was whether or not to invest his money and larva into more drones or more army.
Yep.
And so that forces his choice.
Dropping the G's. He's tapping out of the game, but hopefully he had a good tournament experience. Played up against a couple pretty high-level players, and maybe he can go back and look at those replays and say, hey, here's a couple of areas where maybe I can do better, or here's things to...
Really not bad in that game. He built 80 workers, right? 85 workers.
Hey man, he made more than Yoshi.
He made more than Yoshi. He did heat more than Yoshi, but neither would I. I wouldn't have gotten anywhere close to that.
Yeah, no. I mean, I would have been crushed by Yoshi as well, to be honest. I'd probably be crushed by Yoshi 95% of the time, so definitely no Yoshi's no small dinosaur to try and hop over, The puns are not even good, to be honest, because I can't. Okay.